What's up, guys? It is Bandit. I am back. I know it's been a while, but I am back. And you can see Dual Cat is in here. That's one of them. As I'm actually in a new location, going downstairs for this video. Because I am going to be doing a box opening. You guys will start seeing a little bit more of this, as I know Magic the Gathering more than I do Yu-Gi-Oh! But we're going to have some fun. So we are going to be doing a series called The Command Station. It's where I'm going to start pulling some commanders, start looking at them, tell you what I think of them. But for our first video, we are going to be opening the newest one that I got, which is Chaos Incarnate. I'm going to do this as a box opening. I just recently got this one. I have a few other decks. This will be about my 5th deck. So we're going to have fun with this. And we're going to do my first box opening. So we're going to have some fun with that. And like I said, guys, I'm going to start doing what I'm going to call the command station. It's going to be where I will cover all the commanders that I have, and maybe a few that I will either try to find or ask buddies of mine if I can borrow the commander, or I'll start finding pictures of them and do it that way, as this is currently fighting me. Always a good time. Guys, this is not working. Alright. Hello, Dual Cat number 2. Ooh, I ripped it. Oh well. Don't need to keep the box. Yeah, get rid of that. Alright. Just drop it. And my deck is in here. Give it. Mine. Woo! There it goes. Alright, I'm dropping stuff. We're dropping all kinds of stuff, guys. It is my box. Kind of a neat box. I love these boxes. Always nice to have, especially if you don't have my matte boxes, which I won't have for a little bit. So this deck won't be played a whole lot. But as you guys know, if you follow Magic the Gathering, they have these that you can get with your deck. It is kind of what this deck is. As you can see, it is playing the deck. If I will read this one, I probably won't every time, but this one I'll read just so you guys can kind of understand what's going on. It says, playing the deck of the Chaos Incarnate. If you live to wreak havoc and dish damage, then Carter will happily oblige. I can't speak English today, guys, so I'm actually going to stop reading that. But anyway, it's going, if you like to wreak havoc, this is your deck to do it. It's Chaos of War, echoed throughout the deck of his command. It's kind of fun. English is broken for me. I'm also dealing with allergies. So I will have my days like that where I just can't speak. But it's fun. So here's our deck. Nice and thick. A little bit bigger than Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously, I have this as my playing mat, but this is the game I mainly play. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is something I'm picking up on, but this is my only play mat. Unfortunately, my cats used my other one as a bathroom pad, so I had to get a new one. And this just happened to be the one I got alongside Casual, as he was with me when we got into our midterm destruction decks. If you guys got to see that, I posted a few videos from our playing tournament. And he also has them on his channel. If you wanted to see the first round, I did not get to play in the first round. I only played in the second and in the finals, as I used my fossil deck. Kind of a good time. Woo! That opened up on me and things went to flying. Alright. Now that you guys are all done running away, come back here. Guys, my cards went everywhere. Alright. So, for those not usually into Magic, it is a 100-card deck. And your commander, which in this one is Mr. Carter Doomscourge. The commander sets the tone for your command deck. As you can see up here, it is red-black, which is fire and death. When he enters the battlefield. So the difference between this and Yu-Gi-Oh, they summon. This one, you have to have the specific mana, which is 1 fire, 1 death, and 2 colorless, which can be 2 red, and 1 red, 1 black, 1 blue, 1 red, whatever your deck holds. Any of them can be used for that. It just becomes easier, or there are cards that come as artifacts or spells, stuff like that, that can add 2 mana that you can use kind of to tap him in. When Carter Doomscourge enters the battlefield, until your next turn, creatures your opponent control attack each combat if able, and attack a player other than you if able. Whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life. So, obviously, back, kind of neat with the way they designed it. But, very good commander. He's a Demon Berserker, legendary creature. It's going to be interesting to get to play this once I get it sleeved. I got to get a few before I can play with him. But definitely a fun commander. It's going to be fun to see what we can do with him. As he is going to be my new deck. Just some fun little creatures. We got the Archfiend of Depravity. It's a flying 5/4, kind of a fun demon to play with. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, that player chooses up to 2 creatures they control, then sacrifice the rest. So probably a good card if you only have maybe 2 weaker on the field that you're not really needing. We also have the Blood Gift Demon, kind of a decent card. Creature, demon flying. Beginning of your upkeep, target player draws a card and loses 1 life. So kind of nice to have because obviously your opponent's losing life. Not that you're gaining anything, but they get to draw, but you take a life away. So that's kind of nice to have. Couple of sorceries. We've got the Deadly Tempest. Destroy all creatures. Each player loses a life equal to the number of creatures they control that were destroyed this way. So kind of fun to have if you have nothing on the board and you need a board wipe. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. So considering it's a 6 mana card, a board wipe like this is very, very, as it's in its name, deadly. Because you are going to say you have a Slytherin or you have a Zombies deck. You use that card, and if they have 40 or more, they automatically lose because you literally just took them out with 1 card. That card's awesome. This is really going to be fun to play because that's going to do a lot of damage. I like it. We also have the Dredge the Mire? Don't know. Sorcery. Each opponent chooses a creature card in their graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under my control. So that's kind of fun to have. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, considering they'll probably put their weakest one on my side. Still fun to have, though. Here we go. We got a Planeswalker. OB. I'm not going to try to say his full name because I'm not going to be able to pronounce it. Legendary Planeswalker. You draw +1. You draw a card and lose 1 life. -3, destroy target creature. -8, target opponent gets an emblem with whenever a player draws a card, you lose 2 life. Not entirely sure how this card works. I got to do a little more research because these style of cards are a little bit newer for me. Considering it's a -8, -3 kind of thing. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure that means I lose 8 life or lose 8 ticks. One of the two, because it's a 5. So, that'll be fun to kind of learn about how to use that one. Not going to really read all of them. Another sorcery spell. choose 2. You get to target a player. Target player loses X life. Return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Target creature gets -X until end of turn. Up to X target creature gain fear until end of turn. They can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or block creatures. So how this one works, X is based off this. So 2 death, and then 10 sorcery, so 10 of any colorless. Or you can choose. So you can choose, okay, I'm going to use 2, and then I'm going to use 8 colorless. That person loses 8 life. Or you choose -8 till end of turn, up to 8 target creatures gain fear, or return target creature card with a mana value 8 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Kind of nice to have. I don't know how effective it'll be, but definitely interesting. A 6/6 creature. It's a cat demon. High number 2. Let's not, please. Thank you. We've got Regime Pit. Reign of the Pit, another good sorcery. Each player sacrifices a creature on XX. Black demon creature token with flying, where X is the total power of the creature sacrificed this way. Kind of an interesting sorcery. Please go that way, number 2. We got a vampire that's got some flying. It's a 3/3. I get to gain 3 life off this one, and they discard 3. Or whenever your opponent discards a card, you gain 3. Kind of fun, I guess. That's a nice little creature to have. So here's another fun one. That is a flying creature. Whenever you deal combat damage to a player, each opponent discards a card. Each player who discarded a card with the highest mana value among cards discarded this way loses life equal to that. So that's kind of fun. So this deck is just very much, I will take your life slowly without actually taking your life quickly. Or without having to worry about taking your life quickly. So here's one that's in one of my decks that I use. It's my main deck, my rogue deck. This one's really fun. I don't even have to read the description for that one. So he has Intimidate, for one, which means this creature can't be blocked except for artifact creatures. The fun thing about him, one, he's a 5/4, but when he enters the battlefield, for each opponent that you have, I can take up to 1 target creature from that player's graveyard. So, like, there was a league I was playing in when I lived in a different city, that I got to steal almost a game-winning card had they not had a board wipe. And he was the reason I got it, and I had 2 of them. It almost reached back to my turn, which would have been game. I would have won. Really fun card. Really powerful. Definitely recommend having one of them. So here's another one. A Soul Shatter. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. Another fun card. It's an instant. So if you haven't played Magic before, high number 3. We have 4 cats, so number 3 just walked by. The instants can be played at any point. So if you feel threatened, definitely good to have. Sorcery, you have to be on your turn to activate it. Couple of different sorceries. There's a red one. Creature, human warrior, please get off the cards. Go find somewhere to lay down, please. Number 2. Just a weak human. a goblin and a chaos warp, a couple of good cards, fun ones. If you guys have a specific card, maybe you guys want me to read or go back and go over, definitely leave it down in the comments. Kind of fun. So we have a artifact creature. It's a construct. It's the combustible Gear Hulk. Please go number 3. You're actually number 2. Oh, please go find somewhere to lay down. Go, please. And thank you. Please get your tail out of the camera. So he has first strike. When he enters the battlefield, target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If the player doesn't, you mill 3 cards, and he deals damage to that player equal to the total menu value of those cards. Very hurtful, but he gets to hit first. That is what first strike means. You hit first. Hi, number 1. Okay, Dual Cat. Rawr. You get to play with me later. A flash card, which means it can come out of my hand anytime. If a source would deal damage to a permanent or a player, it deals double that damage to the permanent or player instead. So that's good to have. It's a good counter. Pretty good sorcery. Kind of interesting. Looking at some of these, we got another first strike. It's an elemental, kind of fun to have. It has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, goad each creature target player controls. So your next turn, those creatures attack each combat if able, and attack a player other than you if able. Kind of nice to have, considering, you may not want attacked. This is going to be kind of fun to use. At the beginning of each upkeep, the magmatic force deals 3 damage to any target. So you get to pick. Another nice hefty hitter. Kind of fun. Whenever a creature an opponent controls attacks, if you're the defending player, create a 3/3 red ogre creature token unless that creature controller pays 3 mana. That's kind of fun to have. Another kind of fun kind of enchantment. Not really going to read it. Like I said, it's a lot to read. And I know there's a lot of cards in here. Because out of all of these cards, I'm going to show you a couple of the artifacts. A good portion of these, I might find the end of it. No, those are all. Ooh, it comes with a command tower. That's nice to have. Those are all okay. Just so you can see, because I'm going to show you mainly just creatures and artifacts. That's all my lands. There's a load of them. Some of them have different things. Tap them, bring creatures in. But yeah, that's more than like half the deck. Or some of the deck. So we'll just place those right over here. Just as the lands. So I'm just going to skip mainly to artifacts. Because going over them, we have that whole pile that's already there. And then I still have like a whole bunch of them in here. You can see that they're still overlaying. Those are all creatures. Kind of ridiculous. But artifacts, for those that don't know what they are, this is one of those ones I was saying that can be added as mana of any color. It's called Arcane Signet. Good to have. Hi, Dual Cat. Can you go that direction, please? Number 2, you can also go that direction, please. Artifact. Once it hits the field, after using 2 mana, it becomes any color. Tap it, and it becomes colorless. So it doesn't matter. We have some equipment in here that you can attach to a creature. it has haste and crowd. You can equip it for 0. Usually it takes mana. Soul Rings in here, which is really, really good. It gives you 2 colorless. And it's a 1 mana for it, so you get up to 3. And just some other really neat artifacts or artifact creatures. You know, stuff like that. But ultimately, looking at this is going to be a fun deck. I can't wait to sleeve it and get to play it. I left the cards just kind of everywhere because I want to shuffle it anyway. But yeah, so Chaos Incarnate. Good deck. Looking forward to playing it. Like I said, starting tomorrow, I will go over Commanders. I might do this one first, just because it's part of the box opening. Kind of fun to go over what I think he's going to be looking like. Obviously, we know a little bit about the deck. It's going to be fun. So, like I said, starting is Saturday for me here. Starting either Sunday or Monday. I will post about 3 videos a day, or 3 videos a week, going over our command station. And it's going to be fun. Like I said, it's going to be a new series that I'm going to do purely for Magic. Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm still going to do videos for. It just might not be as often as I'm still kind of learning Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic has been something I've been playing for years. And so I'm a little more knowledgeable over here for this. Casual's teaching me Yu-Gi-Oh! But it's going to be fun. Command Station is going to be a fun series. I'll go over certain cards too that maybe you guys request me to go over. I'll go over a couple of ramps or go, you know, kind of crazy on some of these cards and how much fun they can or cannot be playing with and against. But yeah, we're going to have fun with it, guys. Welcome to Bandon's channel. I'm not always professional with it. I play a lot of FPS games. Obviously, I'm into nerd games when it comes to cards. So, if you guys enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe. I'm looking forward to having some fun. As a thank you from Dual Cat number 2 and I, guys, have a great night. Enjoy your Saturday night or Sunday, depending on when you watch this, or any day of the week. Please have a great and loving week. For you guys that maybe are watching this on Sunday, happy Mother's Day. Can't wait to catch up with you guys later. See ya.